Meme coins are a strong beta play to the crypto market, and usually when the market goes up, they go way up. And so with potentially some more optimism on the near horizon as it relates to altcoins, it could be an interesting time to start looking a little bit more at meme coins. So I want to talk to you about today's sponsor. We're doing a full video talking about them today, Zeus, the meme coin. So now, of course, as I've already said and I made clear, this is a sponsored video. They have paid me to talk about the video. I do know that meme coins are not everybody's cup of tea, and so you, of course, do need to do your own research. This is not financial advice. This is just me essentially giving coverage to a meme coin and a token that wants to have essentially more market awareness, and from there, you can decide to make your own decision, whether it's to buy or not to buy or whatever. It's not everything works for every type of person. So I want to make that very clear before we do get into it. But I do think that this is an interesting meme coin that has some potential, or at least it's got a clear roadmap of how it can get back to previous all-time highs, because it is a meme coin that's been around for a while. And of course, given with a lot of the volatility that we've seen in the near term with some of the war stuff breaking out and things like that, we have seen a very, very strong sell-off throughout the entire market. And of course, meme coins, as they are high beta plays, usually when the market goes up, they go way up, and when the market goes down, they go way down. So we are looking at some pretty discounted prices, even from what we've seen a couple of days ago. Now, this could be a positive thing. This could also be a negative thing. And so I'll leave that up to you to kind of make your own decision there. But these types of meme coins I do find kind of interesting because it's a very, very clear roadmap of how we get back to certain points. So we'll go on ahead, we'll dive right in, and we'll take a look at all of the different things here. So first off, we have the chart. We'll actually come back to the chart here, but I want to show you kind of what we're looking at. I want to go over the website first. So here's the website. You can see it's a very extra and ridiculous, kind of like can happen with some meme coins. I think this is definitely got a very, very strong brand. They definitely know who they are and who they want to be. You can see here we've got the buy now button, as well as links to the X and the Telegram. Also have it up here as well. They have the about, how to buy, and tokenomics, but it also is like a single scroller, so you can just kind of go through and kind of get a story of what they're doing. So you can see here essentially the story is that Zeus got tired of Olympus and the boring state of meme coins, so he struck the Ethereum blockchain with lightning and took a new form, a dog. Zeus is more than just a meme coin. It's divine chaos, unstoppable energy, and pure fun, powered by the god of thunder himself, forged on Ethereum, destined for greatness. Welcome to the era of Zeus. Now, I also believe that there is kind of some lore here that this is Pepe's dog. So I think it's Zeus taking the form of a dog and then becoming Pepe's dog, which is kind of funny. So, definitely like a pretty strong sense of like story and culture or brand here. So if that's something that you kind of look for in a meme coin, I mean, this is not lacking brand. Let's be very clear about that. This is they've done a very good job with kind of having a coherent theme throughout this whole website. So you can see here how to buy. They do. We'll go back to this here in a second on CoinMarketCap, but they do have a couple centralized exchanges, but it's primarily on Uniswap, which means you have to be actually going through like DEXs to get this. This is usually a good thing, right? Because a lot of meme coins, at least the ones that do make it big, will get centralized exchange listings, and that's usually a very positive thing for the price. So one that's early enough that doesn't have much centralized exchange action could be a good thing, or it could be a bad thing, depending on kind of what type of meme coin investor you are. So moving along here, we have the tokenomics here, actually moving right on past it. We have 420,690 trillion as the total supply. We'll get to that here in a second on the price. You'll see a whole bunch of zeros, and that's why, is just because the price is absolutely massive. And then, not the price, but the supply is absolutely massive. You can see the liquidity pool has been burnt, so it's not a ruggable token, which is of course very, very important. And there's no buy or sell tax here. So just to be clear on that as well. And then here is the contract address itself. There are a lot of copycat memes with this particular meme coin. So just make sure that you have the right contract address if you are in fact looking to buy. The best way to do that is to actually go to their site. It is truezeuscoin.com. It is also linked in the description. So I would say just go through the description below, click that link, and then it'll take you to this website where you can get all of the information that you'll need. Again, it is crypto, so just be careful. Make sure you're not, signing the wrong contracts or looking at the wrong things. So we can see here, they've got the call to action of kind of joining them, whether you want to buy or find out more with Telegram or X. So there is that as well. So Moving on, we'll go back to the price, and then we will do a quick check on their X account as well. So what we can see here is we're sitting at about a $15 million market cap, down 15% just in the last day. I don't think that this should be particularly surprising to anybody. We've obviously seen some pretty crazy things happening over the past day or so, and you could see exactly that. I mean, it's sold off pretty hard. So, but what we can see is it had a really, really strong launch, making its all-time high here at about 58, almost $59 million on May 29th. And then it's kind of been in some consolidation mode, and then it has recently broke down with some of the some of the less than positive news that we have seen. This is something that can happen with meme coins. You can see down about 75% from its all-time highs. So it would be a 4x to get back to all-time highs. Again, as I mentioned, I do like this because it's a fairly clear roadmap of kind of where we could be seeing various like points of support and resistance, how we can track kind of the volume and the sentiment, things like that. So we can see the first one here being about 21 million market cap being kind of the first goal for us to get to. After that, probably somewhere around that 34 range. After that, probably somewhere around the 44 range. And then after that, we're probably going to be kind of bouncing anywhere between like the 53 to the all-time highs at that 57 to $58 million range. So, and that's kind of what we're looking at from the chart. You can see here 420.69 trillion Zeus tokens. So that is why the price is 703,551. So this is essentially the same tokenomics or the same total supply as the Pepe coin as well. So if you're familiar with Pepe, same exact type of tokenomics here. And then we could see, you know, the fully diluted value, there's no token unlocks, there's nothing like that. So, you know, fully diluted already, which is of course good to see. And then you could see here, we have various markets that we can buy on, KSEX, MEXC, and then obviously Uniswap as well. So Uniswap is of course where the majority of the volume is being done, a little bit going on MEXC as well. Those are probably the two that I would be looking at. But of course, you know, you buy wherever you feel is comfortable. If you are feeling comfortable buying at all, you know, of course that is your own decision to make there. I mean, if it's not already completely obvious, meme coins are very risky. They have no inherent value other than kind of the meme and the culture. So, you know, if you find it valuable and the rest of the market finds it valuable, then price will go up. If the rest of the market decides they don't find it valuable, then price will go down. So just to be very, very clear, meme coins are in fact risky. So just make sure that you're being responsible and kind of doing that correctly. So anyway, moving back onto the X account, I wanted to show you, we could see they have the new account here. However, the main X has been suspended. So this is the Zeus Ethereum. This is something that, you know, maybe raises some questions here, which I find kind of interesting. So, you know, this is something that I would check out. But if you look, this is the actual X account that is linked from the website. It's Zeus on ETH1. So you can see, you know, same type of thing. I guess they've added some followers here. But what I would say is they have season 2 allocations. This is something I would be very careful with. I'm always leery of claim links. You know, even though this is coming from the real website itself, I would just say be very careful with that. So anyway, that's what we've got here for today regarding the Zeus token. If you are interested, of course, I do have that link in the description below. If you're not interested, of course, no worries. I understand meme coins are not for everybody. I generally am pretty kind of leery about meme coins as well. So obviously no hard feelings there. But overall, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. And of course, do feel free to like and subscribe if you did find the information valuable. I am always doing daily updates. This, of course, is a sponsored video that does help me keep the lights on with the channel and all that type of good stuff. But I am focused on, you know, altcoins, Bitcoin, market updates, things like that. So if you are interested, just feel free to like, subscribe, follow, all that type of good stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.